Happy Friday, first grade. Happy Friday before Thanksgiving break. Woo! I bet you are so excited. But before we leave today, we're going to finish our Thanksgiving writing. We're going to publish our Thanksgiving writing. That means we are going to make it look beautiful so other people can read it. We will write our draft in our best handwriting and use our checklist. This is important so that we can become better writers. Okay, so you are going to edit your draft in your best handwriting. You're going to write it in your best handwriting. Before we can do that, we need to do something called edit. Edit means that we read over our papers and we look for mistakes or things that we need to correct or fix. Okay, remember the checklist? That's what we're going to use to check our writing. So we need to see if our date is at the top. If it is, check. Our name is at the top. Check. Did we write on the lines? If you wrote in the big space where you draw your picture, no, that's not okay. We have to fix that. Did you write in your best handwriting? If it is messy and not very neat or readable, then you need to fix that. What about finger spaces between words? Make sure that your words have finger spaces between them so they don't look like one great big giant word. Then capitals. Do your sentences begin with a capital letter? Do your proper nouns begin with a capital letter? And punctuation. You need to make sure you have periods at the end of each sentence. What? I need to fix it? It's not good? Oh, I have some mistakes. Oh. Okay. Well, guys, it looks like I need to revise and edit my Thanksgiving story. You think you could help me do that? All right, well, let's see my mistakes that I made first. Let's see if we can find any. Surely I didn't make any mistakes. That's a good one. All right, so let's look. All right, so here was my Thanksgiving Day story. It says, on Thanksgiving. Something doesn't look right with that word. We'll come back to that one in a minute. My family. Period. I have a period at the end of my sentence. Eat turkey. Something doesn't sound right with that sentence. My family lick to take naps. What in the world is wrong with that sentence? Okay, so let's start with the first word. On. Does anybody see anything wrong with the word on? I spelled it right. On. Yeah, that's right. But it's the first word in my sentence. So what should it probably have? If you said capital letter, you are exactly right. So I'm just going to cross out that lowercase o and write a capital O. That way I know when I write it again that I need to make that a capital O. My first word needs to begin with a capital letter. Crazy me. How could I forget that? All right, let's look at the next one. Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving. That's a hard word to write. I probably should have looked at the word bank or the brainstorming list we used. Then I could have spelled it right. I forgot to do that. All right, so let's go see, how do I need to spell Thanksgiving? Okay, so this is not right. I need a capital T because you know what? This is the name of a holiday. So it should begin with a capital T. And then I need to write it correctly. If it looks funny, ask somebody if it's spelled correctly. Ask your teacher. Ask your mom or dad. Ask grandma. Ask older brother or older sister. Check your spelling if you're not sure about the word. Thanksgiving. Forgot my ing. Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving. Does that sound right so far? Okay, my family. Is that a complete sentence? On Thanksgiving, my family what? That's not a complete sentence. That's just the end of my line. That's where I ran out of room. So I don't need that period. That's not the end of my sentence. On Thanksgiving, my family eat turkey. Remember when we talked this week about subject-verb agreement? That if the subject is singular, then you need to add an S? This is my family. Family means more than one, right? But it's only one family. It's my family. It's one family. So if it's singular, I need to add S to my verb. Your subject and your verb need to agree. On Thanksgiving, my family eats turkey. Does that sound better? I think so too. Okay, so on Thanksgiving, my family eats turkey. I have my period at the end of my complete sentence, not just at the end of the line. All right, next sentence. My family like to take naps. Sounds okay to me. Do you see anything wrong with that sentence? The capital letter again? You're right. I forgot my capital letter again. The first word in every sentence needs to begin with a capital letter. My family like to take naps. Sounds kind of strange. This word is supposed to be like. My family like to take naps? Does that sound right? No. Oh, remember when I have one family? That's singular, so I need to add an S. But like is spelled with a silent E. I forgot that. So I have to add ES to make that word correct. My family likes to take naps. Done. I bet Miss Phillips will give me 100 on this. What do you think? You think I'm done? I do have one more thing to correct. I forgot the period at the end of my last sentence. My family likes to take naps. So now I am ready to write this correctly on some special paper. You're going to get some special paper from your teacher. It looks like this. There is a place for your name, a place for your date, and a place for you to write at least 2 complete corrected sentences. You're going to write the corrected sentences. I'm not going to write my mistakes again. I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to have to correct it and write it correctly on the special paper that your teacher is going to give you. Then for my students at home, there is a video after this for you to draw a turkey, a directed draw for a turkey. The classroom students are going to do something else to add to their paper. So let's go back and talk about what we learned today. Well, we learned nobody's a perfect writer the first time, right? Everybody needs to go back and check their writing. Then, after you use the checklist to check your writing, you wrote your paper correctly on the special paper. You wrote your story correctly on the special paper. Then, when you're finished writing your paper correctly, you're going to take a picture to upload. So yes, basically, you're going to write your story again. Only you're going to make sure you don't have any mistakes. You have your capital letters, you have your name, you have your date, you have your periods, your verbs and your subjects agree, and you have finger spaces, and you wrote in your neatest, best handwriting. Okay? Please make sure you do that. I would hate for you to have to write this story again. Okay? It gets better every time you write it, but who wants to write a story 5 or 6 times? Not me. So, after you have checked over your story and corrected your mistakes, you're going to write it correctly on the special paper from your teacher. Then don't forget, students at home, can watch this video on how to draw a turkey. And I want everybody to have a great weekend, a great Thanksgiving break, and to be very safe and enjoy yourselves. I will see you in another week. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.